Hi, if you'd like to come on in, have a seat. We'll connect with Spirit for any messages today that may or may not resonate. I'm going to start with the set of the I Scry Scroll Seer style. And close the eyes, take a deep breath, releasing and relaxing from the race and the rush. Utilizing the ink to ignite a meditative state. I hear you, yeah. Oh, there's two there. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Thank you. All right, so looks like we have, just going to lay these out here. And as we add on tarot and oracle, if you don't mind, I'm going to dig in and see what the spirits have to say today. Oh, somebody is happy. There's a big old smile coming at me. Okay, so it's a general message. Not everything may resonate, but I am always grateful for your ancient and abstract awareness and the space held for me to share my insights. Somebody wears glasses. So it seems like there might be two spirits stepping forward. One feels more feminine in nature and one actually feels more male. The male feels as though they were maybe some sort of sailor or pilot. Well, I suppose so, but it feels more like an anchor. So it feels more ship, water oriented. And it might have even been back in the day. I'm not necessarily seeing it as, it's more of like a manual engine, if that makes sense. Maybe you can resonate in your lineage. And we'll see where this takes us. We'll add on some tarot and oracle in a minute. This woman spirit has risen above a fight. There was some sort of, okay, she might have been like burned at the stake or something like that. But she's well risen above it. I think if this is where all that's happened. Oh, there's another gentleman. I feel like I'm... Okay, so this is why I'm a little discombobulated, so bear with me, but you can probably resonate for other sensitives out there. He's got a mustache, and it kind of makes me feel like an old sheriff or something like that. Not that that was necessarily his position, but you know, people from that time frame that have that look. I'm not sure if it's from like the 1800s or, you know, the 1940s. I'm horrible with time frames, but something along that lines. It might have even had a goatee. And who do we have over here? Okay, so looks like these three folks in some way, shape, or form may be connected. Okay, so they're connected in this very moment is what I'm hearing. And they've come through like almost 3 different portals. So they weren't necessarily attached beforehand or connected beforehand, even though, yes, we're all connected, all that kind of good stuff. But for simplicity's sake, let's say like their timelines. And now they're coming together in the here and now. So a sailor, a sheriff, and a feminine who definitely feels more like a sacrifice kind of feel. Like there's little devils. I'm going to try and add on some oracle here and see if there's any clarity to come through. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you as always. I always forget to say that. All the links are below to help a gal grow if you want to support through Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal. Plus there's extras in the Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to give and get a gift. There we go. Perfect. We're here for the 3. Are they working as a team? First angel. Archangel, door to spirit. Who else to? What about this gent over here? What do you got? Seventh Archangel Uriel. First aid. Okay, so an envy in the reverse is on the bottom. I'm going to take that for that. Okay, so this sailor might be a gentleman, a father figure that you can resonate with. Holds a sincere amount of love and protection for somebody that's stepping forward. I'm connecting with them in the sense of this, like, remember how I said, like, manual boat? So it could have been like a sailboat. Like, it, I'm sure it had a motor, but that wasn't the primary way. Oh, so much love, so much love. This feminine who may have been sacrificed is how I'm feeling, or how it was perceived, has gone to the light. There is no more suffering. There's a lot of happiness around her. And then this sheriff gentleman, if I may, with possibly the goatee. Now, I don't know if that's like sheriff and criminal, you know, that kind of dynamic. But with the 7th chakra, like, we've gone from root to 7th chakra with door to spirit in the center at the heart. And then envy in the reverse in these portals. So they've learned something about their lifetimes. And it's almost as if I'm hearing, if I may be very honest, in relation to the 1st chakra to the 7th chakra, there's no envy if anyone's working in one particular portal or arena to communicate and connect. Does that make sense? Like, some might, well, I'm working in the 7th chakra, obviously from a very linear perspective. You know, the highest chakra, at least in regards to traditionally, well, you know, the 7 chakras. And then with the female at the heart is like saying this is actually where the bloom is to move through all of them and all come together. That's why they're not connected, but they're connected. And they're connected in this very moment. And it feels like they have a wise message. I'm going to keep on going here, if you don't mind, and see what else comes through. Because maybe we can all resonate with the personas that are stepping forward. The personalities. Or simply empathically explore as we're serving and strengthening our psyche and psychic senses and helping those in spirit. You know, they too still have a message to share. Career, don't worry, these are all upside down and in between. So we have career coming through, happiness. You might be working on your career. What was that? Psychic abilities. My finger got stuck. Yeah, sorry. I got a sliver just before I came in my office from putting wood in the fire. Healing. Okay. So if you are perhaps working in the healing field or working on your own healing, something along that lines, or maybe it's just straight up career, for heart happiness, okay? So this is what she's holding, is the heart happiness. And this sheriff type gent is working in, ironically, not ironically, in the 7th chakra with psychic abilities. And to almost like the message overall is to not have any sort of envy in what you feel like you may not have at this very moment. Like if you feel like you're out in the dark, or if you are in a healing moment, it's stepping through at some point in time is what I'm hearing. You will step through in what your heart truly desires. And what will make you happy. And the door to spirit isn't necessarily from the beyond unless you're working in that realm. It's your spirit, like our spirit, my spirit. I feel like we're here together. So This is a wonderful message from 3 guides. And when I'm being asked to come back to the root chakra for the Archangel Michael in career. This is very much about stabilizing energy, right? That generating life force. Love, stability, structure in a positive way. But also to do this with the radiance of true love. What makes you happy, working with the heart. And then if you're in the psychic realm right now, or working on your sensitivities in the 7th chakra, it's like I can see them. It's like the whole heart, or not heart in the head, like your mind and your meat suit, right? And they come together in the heart. I felt like that was a really fast drop, but I can only do. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm stumbling through this message a little bit, but I am willing. I am willing to explore the unknown. Okay, that was quite efficient. What do we have here? Jack-o'-lantern protection and intuition scrying. Which is what we're doing. We're here together. We are protected as we are working through our intuition. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? This jack-o'-lantern. Ironically, not ironically, like I'm still burning my... Well, you're not going to be able to see that, but nonetheless, it's an orange candle, spice pumpkin. So perhaps that has that, little emblem of white light. I think sun was on the bottom. Yeah. All right. Do we have any other messages to close out here for those that are willing to explore and heed the feelings and sensations and wisdoms from Spirit? Knave of Holy Waters. 5 of garlic flowers. And the 7 of swords. Queen of Holy Waters is on the bottom. I'm going to toss her over there to hold us. Hold us down. Okay. You might be a younger one in a generation of psychics or intuitives. And you might look at an elder, like maybe it's a grandmother or great, like there's a whole line. If it falls in line with the feminine energy, not necessarily the expression, the feminine energy. And you're growing into that. You're growing into that root, heart, crown. You're reaching that. Pearls is, standing out. Some sort of elegance in regards to it. And when I'm landing in more of the maiden, if I will, or the mother, depending on, where you may feel that you're at in the trifecta. I'm hearing like, if you feel like you're in a straitjacket of this sailor, like the sailor guide with Michael and in your career, that straitjacket's going to turn to a string of pearls. But it's moving through your own spirit in the feminine energy. Does that make sense? So though I'm bookended here with 2 very dominant male energies, male spirits, the sailor and the sheriff. One works on the ground predominantly with the sheriff, and ironically is the 7th chakra. You wouldn't necessarily put them together, but there's the clue because it goes to the root. Right? So even though we're in the crown, possibly air and space and cosmic connection, the work is done on the earth. So come back to the root. And then the root, being the sailor working with so much water, is bringing me to the heart to feel happiness and the door to spirit, which brings into the feminine energy. And this 5 of garlic flowers is like something's being shied away from right now. I feel like there's a tiredness because of the work that's being done, like boots to the mud kind of feel. But you're so loved and protected. So protection on the ground, intuition, scrying, which is so what we're doing here. Love it. In the psychic abilities, crown. See that? Beautiful. Where am I going from here? I feel like I'm being called. No, we're going over there. Okay. I'd like to tune in before we get ready to close to what's happening in this feminine energy of the heart of the 5 of garlic flowers, kind of shining away from stained glass, like this multi-dimensional, there we go, opportunity. Sorry, I can never get used to the reflecting backwards. How can we inspire those incarnate through these spirits to help? I keep sensing like a fear. I'm not going to lie. And I don't know why, but I get it. I get why there's human hesitation, if that makes sense. And maybe you can resonate with that. A human hesitation to move into the stained glass. Maybe there's something religious that's blocking, but it's simply a contemplation to consider actually how to use it to your advantage and to hear the words, I heard you, thank you. All right. Sorry, I get distracted really easily. Euphoria, honor yourself is the inspiration. Maybe setting some time to honor yourself. Vertigo, whatever you choose will be correct. And epiphany, reveal your gifts. Those are the inspirations. And while we're there, we're going back there. Okay. Okay, so the sailor gentleman is asking you, us, we, together, to honor yourself, honor your journey, like a sailing, sailing across the vast waters while being on an earthly vessel. And then when I'm in the vertigo, and it's just like being on that sailing boat, right? Like you might be getting a little woozy. You're like, okay, seriously, enough of this sailing about. But it's like it's navigating through different opportunities for you to choose from. It's like you're just sailing around taking a look at what may make your heart happy, heart happy, heart happy. And how I'm seeing it is, and I adore it and I'm so grateful for it, is I think it's, what is that game? Oh, my husband loves it. What is that? It's pinball. And as the ball hits different things, they light up. So when like you threw all the keys there and your ship's going through, you're like, tried that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like you might be taking pieces of a lot of different things that will come together and reveal your gift. I feel like you already have an idea what your gift is, but it's like cultivating it to your own tune. The veil, yeah. The hunger. Gotta be hungry for it. That's what I hear. Gotta be hungry for it for your future. And that red is on her eyes. See the protection that is all around you because it is there. There will be no regrets. There is light right above her as she's looking up, and we're in the feminine here. Sorry, give me a second. Sweetness and synergy. I'm hearing that like turn lemons into lemonade, and then like pumpkins into pumpkin pie or pumpkin bread. Like there's a way to, when you're sailing those keys and bumping into things, picking up different ingredients to now turn pumpkin into bread or into a pie. It doesn't just magically happen because we want it to. There's time, there's an investment. But over time, you're able to whip this up and no big deal, right? You're like, oh yeah, I've been making this now for years. And then it takes me from, you know, the young to older. But this one standing in the center, door to spirit, being happy. And kind of being, I feel like I want to say, as we're closing out here, to feel blessed. Feel blessed to be you. Because there is spirits here stepping forward to say, you're working in the big trunk of the grid, root to crown. And yes, it expands out. And yes, there are, what's the key phrase? I can't remember it. Not appendages, but there's smaller channels from the trunk. But you're working in the trunk. Like, boom. And all elements are coming into play. And I hope this really does serve you well as you're moving through your trunk. From your psychic abilities to your ability to sail and to honor your journey. Honor your journey. There's no rush. There's no rush, but explore the timeline. Because they're all stepping forward from different timelines, that's almost like where the wisdom is to come full circle. They're stepping forward from apparently 3 different timelines. They are 3 different entities. They are 3 different souls or aspects of one oversoul, but they can step forward as a team. And this is how it feels as a team, to like bless you. Bless you. Not like if you sneeze, we'll bless you, but, and to have no regrets about where maybe you tried a few different keys and you couldn't stick to them or something like that. Then they weren't for you. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm going to leave that here for today, someone's message. And thank you for joining me and going through the surreal storytelling. It's been fascinating. And gratitude for the I Scry spirits that have stepped forward, of course. And until next time, thank you for scrying.